Hello and welcome to this week's flow with Lena the Yogi. Let's begin in a comfortable position on the mat. How about a child's pose? Bring your knees close or wide, then sink your hips back to your heels. And settle into your posture and begin to focus in on your breathing, drawing in slower, longer inhales. And letting your exhales empty to the very bottom before you begin to fill back up. Begin to check in with what you're feeling in your body here. Giving yourself a scan from head to toe. And notice if there's anywhere where you can begin to soften, to surrender into this posture. And just a few more breaths here, looking for that tension we can let go with the breath. Take one more deep breath, pushing hips to heels. And from here, let's come up to tabletop. And from table, we're going to take a pigeon pose. Now this is a spicy place to start. So if pigeon is too much, I encourage you to come onto your back and take a figure 4. If you'd like to start in pigeon, find a down dog, lift your right leg, and bring your right knee to your right wrist and set it down. Slide the left leg back as far as is comfortable, resting onto the top of that foot. Then take an inhale, lift your heart, and as you exhale, walk your hands out, folding over your right leg. Now this is pretty early for such a deep hip opener, so let it be a little uncomfortable. Maybe you don't come in as far as you usually would. It's okay if you stay up high, or again, modify on your back with a figure 4. If your mind starts to wander, try to come back to your breath. Take just 2 or 3 more slow breaths here. Observe if anything started to change. And with your next inhale breath, release your posture. If you're on your back, just uncross your legs and switch sides. If you're in pigeon, maybe take a pause in down dog to wiggle things out. And then we'll switch direction. Left leg up, left knee to left wrist. Set that leg down and settle it. Right leg slides back. Inhale, lift before you exhale to fold. Once again, after you're settled into the posture, start to scan the body. From a place of non-reactiveness, non-judgment, just checking in, noticing, what do you feel here? We'll spend just a little more time on this side, evening it out. Keep the focus on that longer, slower breath in and out through your nose as much as possible. in these edgier postures, if you ever feel like you need to sigh out some energy, that's okay. Open your mouth and let a big sigh out. The reason why we keep the breath in and out through the nose is to retain our heat in the body. When you exhale through the mouth, it releases a lot of heat. Sometimes you might need that. Take one more exhale breath here, settling. And with your inhale, start to release, coming back out. And we'll all meet in a tabletop. Take your time to get there. If you're on your back, if you're in down dog, maybe you take a few pedals into the feet, into the heels. Then gradually we'll all meet, hands and knees. Spread your fingers out wide, and we'll take a few rounds of cat and cow here. Inhale to lower your belly, lift your chin. Exhale, tuck the chin, curl your tailbone under, and push into your mat. A few rounds just like this. Loosen up the back. Sync the movement and the breath. Finish through this next round all the way up into your cat, and then we'll settle into a neutral spine. From here, engage your Uddiyana Bandha. Pull the belly up and in, and then let's extend the right leg back. Kick into that right heel, point the toes down. Once you feel balanced, extend your left arm forward. Maybe you don't, and you keep that left hand down. Take a few rounds of breath here, pushing through that right heel and reaching through the left arm if you can. If we've got both limbs out, on an exhale, knee to elbow under your belly. Keep that belly tight. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. One more round. Then take another big inhale to reach out. With your exhale, set just the left palm down. Set your right foot down at the back of the mat for side plank. Reach your right arm to the sky. Stack the hips, the shoulders, everything that you can here. You want that wrist right under your left shoulder, and your knee should be right under your hip. We'll take another breath or two here, so if you want to try to float that back leg, you're more than welcome. And from here, we're going to set up gate pose. So put a little weight into that back foot, then use your core with an inhale, lift and lean to the back. Reach with the left arm, rest your right arm on your right leg. Try not to dump too much weight into the leg as you breathe here. Taking another full breath to reach. Then on your exhale, ground that left palm back down to the mat and sweep the right leg to the front. Half-seated split. And this is a great place to use blocks if you need a little more support. You can put one under your left hand before you swing the leg. You can put one under both hands as we settle here. There's a lot of fun to be had with half splits. You can sway your toes side to side. If you like to stretch deeper into your left ankle, you can go hips to heel. And play around with how much we're softening the chest to the thigh. Maybe bring a stretch into your back or just deeper into the hamstring. One more full breath, half split. And bring yourself forward for a crescent lunge. Reach your arms up, hips sink forward and down. And exhale, hands to the mat. Step your right leg back, tabletop. Let's take a few rounds of breath here, resetting in cat and cow. Check in with how the body started to feel a little different, a little imbalanced maybe. And taking one more round of breath with your movement. Then find your neutral spine. Let's set up spinal balance. This time the left leg will float back, flex the foot, and then extend your right arm forward if we feel confident. Feel for the length, the power pushing up away from the mat. And if you're ready and you'd like to, you can add squeezers on an exhale, knee to elbow under the body. Inhale, reach the limbs out. Take a few more breaths in stillness or with that movement. Finishing through this exhale. Inhale for length, and then exhale, side plank. Right hand down, left foot to the back as the left arm reaches up. If you feel a little imbalanced here, you can sweep the back foot out behind you like a little kickstand. We'll take another big breath here, maybe lift that left foot a little bit. Then on an exhale, peek down, set up your balance for gate pose. Inhaling to wave that right arm to the back of the mat. Rest your left hand without dumping into it. Take another inhale breath, reaching. And with your exhale, spin your palms back down to the mat, just the right palm. Then we'll sweep that left leg to the front. Surround the left leg for half splits. Settling in here as much as you're comfortable with. Remember your options. You can add or leave out. Take 3 more slow, complete breaths here. Staying right at that edge where we feel a lot of sensation, a lot happening in that leg. Finish through this exhalation. And with your next inhale, come forward. Crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Push the hips down and forward. Find your little back bend. Gaze high. Then exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left leg back. From here, we're going to find down dog. Tuck all 10 toes. Pike your hips. And settle in. Maybe the knees need to bend a little, or you walk the feet further back. Allow the head to hang. And feel the length through the back side of your body. The hamstrings, the back, the shoulders. Loosen things up. Take one more round of breath here, pushing hips to sky. Then inhale to peek forward and exhale to travel forward. Hop or step your feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take a few extra breaths in our first fold. Head to the earth, hips to the sky. And finishing through an exhale, use your next breath in to circle arms to sky. Take a side bend from here. Lean to the right. Inhale to reach back up through center, then exhale, lean it to the left. Inhale through center, stand tall, then exhale, dive out over straight legs. You can have a little bend in the knees or a big bend in the knees. With your next breath in, peek out, half lift. Then exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back. You can come right to downward facing dog from here, or take a vinyasa. Once you're in downward facing dog, take a moment, reconnect with the breath. And from downward dog, set your right knee down in the center of the mat. Bring your right palm to the center of the mat. And then open for side plank. Left foot comes in line with that right knee. Left arm circles up. Exhale to look down. Then inhale up to gate pose. Take another big inhale breath here. And then exhale, land that right palm, sweep the left leg to the front, half split. Settle in, knee to nose. One big breath. Then with your next inhale, shift forward, crescent, arms to sky. Exhale, look down, plant your palms, tuck the right toes, three-legged dog on the left. If that transition doesn't work, you can take a couple extra steps to get here. We'll meet with that left leg high. Exhale, set it down in the center of the mat. Set up your side plank, right arm reaches. Left knee grounds. From side plank, take an exhale for balance. Look down, and then inhale, come up strong, gate pose. Take another inhale here, reaching. And then exhale to ground the left palm, sweep the right leg, half split. One big breath, knee to nose. And with your inhale, shift forward, crescent, Anjaneyasana. Big inhale breath here, and exhale, plant your palms, tuck the left toes, three-legged dog on the right. Set that right foot down at the back of the mat, and just take a few rounds of breath. Shifting the hips side to side, pedaling into the heels. From our downward dog, inhale to gaze forward, exhale to travel forward, hop or walk. Inhale, half lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle arms to sky. Exhale as you take your side bend right. Inhaling to center, and then exhale, side bend left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, forward fold. Spill out over your legs. Take a little bit of time here, softening into your fold. Excuse me. And from your forward fold, bring your big toes in together to touch. Squeeze the thighs, bend the knees. Utkatasana, arms reach forward, hips sink back, find your chair. Find that edgy place where you really have to fire up the breath, and then fire it up. Ujjayi pranayama, a deep, soundful breath, in and out through the nose. One more deep breath in. With your exhale, right arm sweeps back, open arm twist, look off that right shoulder. Keep the thighs and knees together. Inhale back to center. Then exhale, right hand to right corner of the mat. You can use a block here. Half moon. Left leg sweeps back. Left arm reaches to sky. Take a few extra breaths to find your balance. Or to lose it and then to try again. One more inhale wherever you can make it. And then exhale, land that left foot. Warrior two. Arms come to a T, separate your feet and lunge deep into that right leg. You want to feel some weight into the back foot. Make sure you're pushing into that outside of the right foot a bit, left foot. Let's take one more round of breath. Warrior two, stretching the arms, sinking into the lunge. And with an inhale, straighten that right leg and turn your thumbs up. Exhale to triangle. Another great place for a block under that right hand. Make sure you're stacked and open here. Chest should feel open. The hips and shoulders should feel stacked. Take another inhale. Look up if you can. Then exhale, left hand to the mat or a block. Revolving half moon. Reach your right arm up and your left leg back. Once again, take a few extra breaths. Play with it. Maybe you can float it. Lifting the left hand a little off the mat or the block. Take another round of breath. Twist deeper. Then land your left foot. Set up pyramid pose. Left foot's in the center of the mat, right foot's at the front. Hips are square. Maybe we separate the feet a little bit to help with squaring the hips. Then with an inhale, peek up. Exhale, fold out over that right leg. You can bring your hands down around the right leg, or you can bring them behind your back for a bind. See what you prefer. Then take a few rounds of breath, just pulling that right hip back a bit. Softening the chest to thigh. One more exhale here. And with our inhale breath, we're going to take a big move to marchers. So release any bind that you have. And with an inhale, lift that left foot out in front of you. Push into your right foot. Maybe you want to bring the arms up or keep them on your hips. Flex that front foot like it's stepping on a big box. Find your balance here. Take another round of breath. Then we're going to find one-legged chair. Hands to heart, left ankle, right knee. Sink low. You can use as much support as you need here. Maybe you've got a chair or a wall nearby. Take one more round of breath, nice and low. Then let's release that left foot back to the mat. Find mountain pose, stand tall. Inhale, circle sweep arms to sky. And take your side bend. Moving with the breath. Returning to center, stand tall, and then spill out over your legs. Take a few rounds of breath here, just allowing the head to sink towards the feet. And from our fold, we're going to begin to find chair pose once more. Wiggle your feet, your legs in close together. Settle your hips down towards the mat and reach your arms out to the front. Pull your belly in here, curl your butt under. Protect your back. Take a full breath in, reaching through your fingertips. And then exhale as you sweep your left arm back. Look back. Bring it back to center and set up your half moon. Left hand to left corner. Right side body stacks, opens. Let things get a little wobbly here. Fix your gaze and keep breathing. Two more breaths. Then gently, warrior B. Right foot lands at the back. Left knee lunges. Arms stay to a T. Palms can be up or down here in Warrior B. See what's more comfortable, where you find more ease. And try to soften the shoulders and muscles of your face. One more deep breath, low in that lunge. With your inhale, set up triangle. Thumbs turn up, left leg straightens out. Hinge towards the left. Left hand to the inside of the leg, anywhere it wants to land. Keep the chest open. Peel that right hip back a little. Another breath in, looking up. Then exhale, right hand comes to the mat. Revolve your half moon. Right leg lifts, left arm waves. If you tried for floating it on the other side, maybe we come up a little bit. Squeeze everything in, the core, the glutes. One more exhale, get twisty. Then we're gonna land that back foot, set up pyramid. Once again, square hips, straight legs, all 10 toes forward. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Maybe you wanna find a bind on this side, behind the back, or let your arms dangle or rest. It's okay if you gotta put a bend in that front knee. Stay where we're comfortable, where we can find the breath. Take one more exhale. With your next breath in, put some weight into that left foot. Release any bind. Then swing that right knee forward, flexing the foot. Find your marcher's pose. Taking however many steps you need to get here. Then taking a little time to settle in once you are here. Push into that left heel. Flex the right foot. See if you can bring the knee a little higher. Staying in that edgy place. Take one more big breath. With your exhale, cross that right ankle over the left knee, maybe hands in prayer. Any hand position is cool. Just try to get as low as you can go. Weight into the heel of that left foot. Take another deep breath. See if we've got another inch to get lower. And with our inhale, release. Right foot comes back down to the mat. Wiggle it out a bit. We'll take an inhale breath, reach arms to sky. Then take your side bends from here, right and left. Coming back through center, reach tall, push into your heels. See if you can feel another inch of length. Then exhale as you spill out over your legs. Let's take a little bit of time here, maybe turn it into a rag doll with knees very soft, opposite elbows bound, maybe a little sway. Take your favorite variation of fold here. Anything goes. About 3 more breaths. And with your next breath in, take a half lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Find your way to down dog with or without your vinyasa. And once we find downward facing dog, we're going to find pigeon pose once more. So you still like that figure four instead. Just come onto your back, cross right ankle and left knee. If you want pigeon, find your three-legged dog, then draw your right knee to right wrist, set it down. Slide left leg way back. Big inhale, heart opens. Exhale to fold out over the right thigh. Notice how this pigeon feels different from the last time we were here. Maybe you skipped pigeon the first time. This is your first time here. Maybe we're in that figure four and you're noticing what's different there. Stay with the breath when the mind wants to wander off, guiding it back to your body. Over the next few breaths, we're going to find a little twist. If you're in figure four on your back, just allow your left knee to fall towards the right side of the mat, keeping the right foot on the knee. If you're in pigeon pose, take an inhale breath and walk your hands back. Then lift your back foot behind you and see if you can reach back for a bind. If not, just open and twist into your pigeon. See how that feels. One more round of breath in our figure four twist or pigeon. And release either posture and begin to find your way to the opposite side. If you're on your back, you can take a couple windshield wipers on the way. If you're in traditional pigeon, maybe you pedal into the heels a bit. And let's find that three-legged on the left. Left knee to left wrist. Set up your pigeon. Big inhale, fill the chest. And exhale as you bow. Try not to lose the breath. Keep coming back to it when the mind wanders. Let's take 3 more slow breaths here before we find that twist. If you're in figure four, you complete that third breath. Just let your right knee fall to the left, with the left foot on it for a ride. We're in pigeon. Begin to walk the hands back, bend your back knee, Then reach back with the left arm. See if you can catch it, or just reach in that direction. Take another round of breath, twist into the exhale, then release. We'll find our counter pose, windshield wipers, or a down dog. Take a few rounds of breath there, exploring. Then gradually we'll all come down onto our backs, onto the mat, and meet there. Once you're comfortably lying on your back, extend your legs out long. Make any adjustments you need to be comfy here. Then draw your right knee in towards your chest and give it a hug till you feel the lower back ground a little more. Maybe the top of the thigh starts to stretch. Take another breath or two here, maybe rotating the ankle, wiggling the toes. Then let's take the hands behind that right thigh and slowly extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Look for sensation in the back of your right thigh here. And keep a gentle bend in your knee. And then draw your leg as close as you need to feel sensation. Try not to bring any tension into the shoulders here. Keep them soft, relaxed. Keep sending breath into your right hamstring. If you want to play with sensation here a bit, maybe bring your leg further to the left. See if you feel the outside of your right thigh. Or bring it out a little further to the right. See if you feel the inside of your thigh. 2 or 3 more breaths here. And slowly release, stretch, letting your right leg float down beside the left. And then draw the left knee in close. Give it some love. Feel the lower back ground. And take another breath or two, maybe rotating the ankle, wiggling the toes, just feeling into your body. And find a bind behind the left thigh. And slowly, slowly find your hamstring stretch. You might not have to extend the leg very far. Just meet yourself where you find resistance, and then let's settle there. Notice if this side is a little tighter or looser than the other side. And we'll take just a few more rounds of breath, exploring sensation. If you feel loose, maybe your hands can go a little higher on your leg. Stay where you're comfortable, giving yourself time to open up. One more round of breath at that edge, then release it. Left leg floats down beside the right. Take a moment to feel the length in both legs and reach your arms up, bringing that length through the whole body. Big inhale. And exhale, bring your knees to your belly and give yourself a hug. A little sway across the mat. Feel your lower back get a nice massage, curling the tailbone up a little bit. Then find your center and let's ground the hips, the tailbone. Arch the back a little bit. So there's space between the mat and my back here. And from here, push your knees over to the right and open your arms out wide to a T, wide enough that you feel a stretch through the chest. And maybe turn your chin to the left shoulder. That's comfortable for your neck. If you'd like to go a little deeper into this twist, you can play with extending the left leg out. And maybe the right hand can find the left foot. Keep guiding breath in and out, keeping the mind busy with the breath. Let's finish through one more round of breath. Big breath in, complete breath out. And guide your knees back to center. Feel for that arch in the back. Tailbone, shoulders down. But the middle of the back has got some room under it. And as you exhale, push the knees to the left. And open your arms to a T. Gaze off of the right shoulder. When your mind starts to wander, try to notice where does it wander to without any reaction, without any judgment. Just gently bring it back just a little longer. If you tried for that bind or just extending the leg on the other side, you can try it again on this side. As we spend a little more time settling it. And take one more full, complete breath into your twist. Then begin to release it. Inhaling to guide knees back to center. Wrap your arms around and give yourself a little rock, or maybe take a happy baby. Option to smile. You did good. Take another breath or two here, wherever you've chose to be. And gradually fight your way to Shavasana. Take rest here. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.